Trinidad and Tobago. Welcome to another edition of Scoreboard here on ACTN. It's always a pleasure to be in your company every Tuesday evening between the hours of 8 and 9 where we talk sports. And tonight I have a very special guest. Actually, she is the first Trinidad and Tobago female cyclist to be heading towards the 2020 Olympics, and that's an achievement by itself. She's also the first cyclist from the English-speaking Caribbean to qualify for road cycling since the 1972 Munich Games, breaking a 48-year-old drought on the road. So that's a big achievement. Let me introduce my guest tonight, Teniel Campbell, Trinidad and Tobago top female cyclist. Teniel, it's a pleasure and welcome.
Hi, thank you.
The last time you were here on Scoreboard, you were heading out to Switzerland to do some training. Since then, you have joined a pro club and you have excelled leaps and bounds. Let's start with when you left to go training. Tell me about the training, what it was like and how it was for you leaving your family, your friends, your club mates and everybody and being out there by yourself.
Well, going into year 2 at the UCI World Cycling Center, it was easier for me because I knew what to expect since I was already there in 2017. 2018, sorry. Yeah. So it wasn't such a shock this time. I already knew how to adjust and settle more fast to the environment. And yeah, so going in there, I was a bit more, well, relaxed, I guess, and not too nervous. And it's just been a journey since I arrived there.
You have accomplished so much over the years. How was the adapting to the training across there in comparison to what you were accustomed to locally? How was that for you?
Well, it's always different because of the level of racing and the environmental conditions. Also, the terrain is different. This year we had a new coach, so it was a change in program. So it was something I had to adapt to and trust him. Well, not knowing anything about him too. That was
as a coach.
Yeah, because he's new to the UCI Center, so things change in that year as well. But it worked out for the best, and I still performed. I did really well, and I qualified a spot for the nation for the Tokyo 2020 Olympics.
What are some of I know that you took part in a lot of races, you know, and some of the races you had to ride by yourself, you know. Tell us about those experiences and some of the achievements you have.
Well, this year was definitely a big improvement from 2018. I went back there on a high. I was given leadership role this year.
That's in the club?
Yes, on the UCI team I was given a leadership role, and I took that role really serious because...
Were you expecting that?
Not really, but I just happened to be the one to be given that opportunity the majority of the time. So that meant something for me, and my teammates, each time they worked hard for me, I knew I had to execute because everyone wants an opportunity. So to be given that opportunity, that was really special for me. And it showed me how much I grew. And for them to trust me, I must have displayed some sort of leadership characteristic towards them.
Your team is made up of cyclists from
different countries. No one on my team is from the same country.
Okay.
So it's multicultural, different personalities, but we all came at one when it's time to get the job done.
How was it for you from Trinidad now leading, you know, a whole bunch of different females from different parts of the world? How was it, you know, the language barrier and the communication, you know?
Well, at least 6 of us came back this year So it was just 2 additionals from Switzerland and Ireland. So we knew each other. So it wasn't that hard for us because we knew each other personally. We know each other's weak points. So we just knew how to get along because we were there together already in 2018. So working together wasn't a problem. It was just to keep getting stronger and growing as a unit on race day.
When you went back, you were still in need of points to qualify for the Olympics. Take me through the stages of acquiring the points at the different events.
So the point system, it would have started in October 2018 and it would commence on October 2019. During that period, I gained quite a few points and I ended up finishing 33rd in the UCI individual ranking. That was a great achievement, yes, but I would have liked to finish even higher up on the ranking. However, performances that add to that ranking would have included my 5th in Belgium, my 2nd place in GC, General Classification in Thailand, my results in the Pan American Championships in Mexico, where I got 2 gold in under 23 and the bronze in elite. Then my first European win in France, where I won the GC, the best youth classification and sprint classification. And then the double silver in the Pan American Games in Peru. I also gained some small points at the World Championships in Yorkshire in the team relay, mixed team relay, which was a first in the cycling program for the World Championships. And basically that was it. That is where I gained the majority of my points.
I know that Mr. Roberts is one of your main, well, is your local coach and also the person
manager. My local coach was Elijah Green.
Right, Elijah, right. But I know Mr. Roberts played an integral part in your transformation, you getting to go away and to do all these things. What part does he still play in your life or your career right now?
Well, he tries to give me the heads up of what's going on in Trinidad while I'm away. Usually, well, how this year went, it was really hard to stay in communication because of the races I was doing. But once I'm back home, he always tries his best to help me where he can and represent me on my behalf.
I know Elijah was your local coach. Going back, when you leaving to head back out?
On Saturday.
On Saturday. And it's going to be a long couple months ahead before the Olympics. What is your program structure like when you head out?
It's going to be a big year. This team, it's a professional team with the biggest races you could think about in cycling on the calendar. So you're talking about multiple World Tour races, the biggest classic races for women. It's just going to be a really big year and I'm really excited to start. Now,
I want you to explain to the viewers, have you qualified for the Olympics or is there more points or what is in store?
Well, the points is, everything is official now.
You have qualified?
Yes.
Right.
But you have to be careful how you're saying it because I qualified a spot for Trinidad and Tobago for the Olympics.
Right, okay.
They still have to confirm who is going.
Oh, okay, okay.
So this is what it is.
When they say they have to qualify, that's the local leg, the local, who have to qualify?
No, I qualified but through my points.
Right, right.
And well, of course, it would be fair if I go because, well, I did the work to get it, but that's a process that the Cycling Federation have to make.
Oh, they have to make that.
Determine who goes to represent the country, who is the best person. I can't
see them doing anything different because, I mean,
so,
you know, the only female cyclists who have done what,
until they announce it.
Yeah,
then it's
okay,
officially.
okay. I got it now. But on record,
yeah,
qualified.
Yeah.
What are the program that's going to be outlined leading up to the Olympics, right? And who will be your main coach that is going to be putting you through this program to get you whenever you reach the Olympics, to get you peaking at the right time? Is it the foreign coach where you are right now, and then when Trinidad selects you, then you start to work with the Trinidad coach? How does it?
No, well, it will be Davide Arzini. He was the Italian coach for
Right.
Team Valca.
Okay.
So Olympics will be our priority on my racing calendar. I don't know my racing calendars yet. I will know when I arrive to Italy. So we will
So when you leave on Saturday, straight to Italy?
Yeah.
Okay.
So we will sit and determine my target races and the races well suited for me. And yeah, so that will basically be it. We don't have a national endurance coach in Trinidad, so I don't think that it will have any switch or crossover in terms of handling my program. It will be the Italian coach throughout the year.
How confident are you going into 2020? And when does your season actually kick off? I know you're going on Saturday, but when do you get back on the bike?
Well, I'm already back on the bike.
Yeah, competing.
Competing in February. We start our season in Spain, and from then on it's just racing basically multiple times per month leading up to the games. And after the games there's still more racing. There's still the World Championships. There's still a lot more. So as I said, it's a really big calendar and I'm looking forward to it.
Tell me, on a given day, what's your training schedule like when you get up on a morning? Take me through the entire day until you get back home. What's it like?
It's pretty insane. Crazy day for me would be waking up at 4 a.m. to leave home at 5 a.m. to go to H.V. Crawford Stadium to train with Antonia at the Elite High Performance in Port of Spain for 6 o'clock. And we all know how the traffic is on mornings to get to Port of Spain. From there, I have to reach home, eat, and then train from 3 or 3:30, depending on how much hours I have to put in because of the darkness. So then if I start at 3, I'll come home around 6:15, and then I eat and basically start again.
Well, and when you head back out, tell me about that because I guess the two different trainings you do are somewhat different.
Well,
so when you head back out to Italy, what is like for you, your schedule?
Well, I don't know as yet. This is going to be new. It's going to be different from Switzerland because it's a different culture. It's a different team. So I don't know what to expect until I arrive there.
Okay. What is your main goal that you have set before you to accomplish in the sport of cycling?
Well, I want to be legendary and I want to accomplish so much that whoever is looking up to me and whoever is next, they have to really work hard and even harder than me to surpass my achievements in cycling. And I think that's the only way you'll continue seeing growth in a sport. And I want that. With my accomplishments, I create a pathway for the younger generation and bring back resources to Trinidad and Tobago so that we can continue building the sport locally and help develop to compete at the international level.
When I started covering cycling, I always remember seeing you and your brother, you all, was it Sonics, right?
Yeah.
Right. And looking over the years to see where you were and where you are now, did you first believe in yourself that when you started, you would have been where you are today? It's a very short. How long have you been in cycling? Not long.
Well, I started back only in 2014.
Right, and look at where you are in 2019. Were you aware that you're going to be had set a goal that you're going to be at this stage in your life in cycling when you started back?
No.
What was the motivating factor that's kept you that? Because to be honest, maybe 2 years back, nobody really was looking at you really.
I don't think anyone expected me to reach so far in such a short period of time.
What was the major factor that got you to this point so quickly?
It was definitely Martinique for me when I won that double goal in the Elite Caribbean Championships. That really was my golden ticket to getting where I am today. So I think from then on is when I started believing in myself and realizing that, hey, I could do this. I have what it takes. So I went through the motions. It was not a bed of roses to get where I am today. It's a constant fight to stay determined, stay committed, and believe in yourself and have faith that everything will happen in God's timing. And I think this is really my calling. I believe I will be the change that this world needs, especially in the sport of cycling. And I know I will represent really well for my country. And yeah, I know I will represent a lot for my country.
We need to take a break. When we come back, I want to talk to you about some of the challenges you face, because I know that there are young female cyclists out there who will see you and want to follow in your footsteps, but might encounter challenges and don't know and might want to give up. Right? So maybe you now can be an inspiration to them to motivate them in some small way. So we'll talk about that when we come back. Because we'll take a break and we'll be right back after.
We, from those encounters together, and this was a North-South game to open the season.
So the team might be playing well, as we always say with Trinidad and Tobago.
Futsal did that great for me.
Okay, hey everybody, welcome to another edition of Field of Dreams on ACTN. My name is Steve David, I'm your host.
As a group, we will seek to learn and understand what futsal really is, what it's about. Is your understanding the same as perhaps our understanding and the broader game as a whole? But importantly, we will also consider how futsal is a strategic development tool for the development of young football players.
Welcome back, viewers. Welcome back to Scoreboard ACT, and we are talking to TNT's top female cyclist, Teniel Campbell. Teniel, you started in cycling, then you took a break, and then you started back, and then you started to accomplish the things that, you know, people might not have thought that you would have accomplished. But I'm sure along that journey, there were a lot of challenges and obstacles that you faced. Tell us a bit about some of those challenges, the times when you felt like giving up, and what really, you know, kept you going.
Good family support, number one. Well, we'll always have those people in life that they don't believe in your capabilities. And that happens everywhere. So it takes a really high force and self-belief in yourself to just keep your vision and mission in life going. And along the way, just meet people who will just give you that extra drive and push when you need, and will really talk and give you wisdom to believe in yourself and know that you are capable of great things. And I met a lot of people like this along the way. I came in contact with, well, first it was Elijah Green. He got me back on the bike. And
what was the reason for you stopping in the first place? What?
Well, I go to school.
What, UTT?
No, I was at day-based secondary.
Okay.
Still. Okay. And then I had a little injury, so I had to stop. And it so happened that I also started back in the same year as my CXC examinations. Okay. So that showed how determined I am, because balancing school and sports, that is a task as well. Yeah, so Elijah got me back on the bike, and then I met Mr. Junior and his wife, Miss Karen, who were my gym instructors at the time. And they were like my second parents, because they knew after gym I have to go to school, so sometimes they would provide lunch bags for me and so forth. And then I met Ashton Williams. He was the one who lent me his bikes when needed, because I don't own a bike, so he would give me his equipment. And after Mr. Ashton Williams, Mr. Desmond came on board. Mr. Desmond is the one who actually helped me go to Martinique. And if it wasn't for me going to Martinique, I would not have reached the UCI World Cycling Center. And who knows, maybe I wouldn't have been where I am today if I didn't go there and get that invitation at that time. So we all encountered amazing people on the way, people who are genuine towards you, and it's always important to show gratitude towards these people, because they were the core of my foundation and development.
Okay. What, if you look back now, what would you say so far is your biggest accomplishment in this sport? Is it qualifying for the Olympics, the medals at Martinique? What? Or is it too much to...
Yeah, it's too much.
Yeah.
It's too much. I know I have a lot more to accomplish, so I'm not the type of person to dwell on one thing and get cocky. I'm just focusing on the other task ahead, and wanting to do my best, because I don't want to get distracted. And I just want to keep focusing and keep moving forward.
Looking at where you are presently, and if I'm to ask you, what are your strengths and weaknesses? In what area you feel that you still need a lot of work? Because, you know, sometimes when you look at some of the other female cyclists, you see their physique, they're so, you know, thing. And when you look at Teniel is so slim. Teniel look like she could be a netball player or something like that.
Yeah, I hear that a lot.
Yeah, a netball player.
Usually everyone would be like, what sport do you play? Volleyball, basketball? I was like, no, keep guessing, keep guessing. I give them like 5 minutes and just have them going and going.
So where does that strength come from?
My mom? Well, I have good family genes.
Your mom, you said, was a netballer, right?
My mom did.
Well,
multi-sports.
Multi-sports, yeah.
But she was really good in long jump.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Long jump.
She's actually in the museum and everything. I think the only games my mom didn't compete in is the Olympic Games. So I know I'm also living her dream, which is really good. My dad was a cyclist. My brother, Campbell, he's a cyclist. My uncle and aunts, they played cricket. So my family is very sport oriented. So yeah, I have good genes.
Yes, but I'm still waiting to find out from you in what area you feel that you know to yourself that a lot of work is to be done there. Sure.
Not too sure. I still don't know my full capacity. Okay. I don't know what I'm capable of doing. It's still something to discover.
Every race will
because a lot of coaches, they say I'm still pretty young in the sport. You'll see that the top females, they're in their mid-30s and early 30s as well. So there's still a lot of years inside of me, and I still have time to see what what best is suited for me and the type of rider I am.
Okay.
But I think I am a all-rounded cyclist.
Okay.
I think I have the full package.
Do you think enough is being done in Trinidad to encourage and motivate female cyclists?
Well, I wouldn't really want to answer that question because I don't know the level of things that are going on right now in the country, so I don't want to be wrong in any way.
Yeah.
To say about the female cyclists, I know there are developments going on to try to attract riders, but I don't know if it's really being pushed as much, or if there's a lot going on to introduce new kids in the sport. But cycling is an expensive sport, so you wouldn't really find people rushing to go ride a bike.
Yeah, when they get 30,000 and 40,000.
Yeah, it really is expensive.
And in one race that bike could be destroyed.
But I think with myself being on the scene, on the international scene, and doing so much for the country, I think I can really help. Help, and I will bring back help to the country, and I hope that I can have a development institution someday for the future of our country and really help this sport grow.
What message would you send to the younger females who are involved in the sport right now? Because they'll be looking at you and they'll be, I want to be like Teniel and I want to, but they might not be aware of the many sacrifices that you have to make. Because look, right now, so many months in a year, you're away from your family and your friends and everybody, and when we're having a good time here for Christmas and for whatever it is, you are outside there, different countries, different climates and all of that. So, what message would you give to them to keep them, and let them know what is to be done?
If you have a goal, just go after it with everything you have. Don't study and think about what people are saying, because there will always be someone trying to pull you down. So just stick to your plan, and by the grace of God, everything will happen for you. You really just have to believe in yourself and continue having faith, and just keep putting in the work and stick to the grind.
If it wasn't cycling, what is the next sport we'd have seen Teniel taking part in?
I don't know. I don't like running.
Volleyball
really hurts.
There wasn't any sport before cycling?
My mom told us when we were younger we tried running, but we never went back after one day. I used to swim. I liked it a little bit. In UTT, I got a chance to try hockey, volleyball, and something else. I forgot, but
I never liked it.
Volleyball really hurt my arms, and hockey was really aggressive for me. So
what's it like with you and your brother, both of you all in cycling? Is there rivalry? How does it,
Well, I'm still trying my best to drop him, but like on the bike.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, he got away again this year because we were not in the same area at the same time.
Okay.
And well, I leave on Saturday, so it's kind of impossible based on my training schedules and stuff like this. So we didn't get the opportunity to really train together. There's no rivalry. I know I'm living his dream, so I know he's really proud of me and what I've accomplished, because he wasn't given these opportunities that I got. And it's not only him, it's a lot of cyclists in Trinidad and Tobago who didn't get these opportunities that I'm now getting. So I'm not taking this for granted. I know I'm representing for a lot of people, not only my country.
But does that put an additional pressure on you, knowing that you are living a lot of other people's dream? Besides that, you will have the skeptics who will want you to fail, and then on the other hand, now you have your own self now to prove to your own self that what you want out of the sport you're going to get. So that's a lot that you carry around. How do you manage, to stay focused and not let the detractors or the things, distract you?
Well, I try my best to stay away from the noise. Being a public figure now it is still hard for me to adjust to and get used to, because I'm not used to being so social amongst people. So, everyone wants to talk to you and you're like,
yeah.
Oh boy.
And before I guess some of these same people passing the street.
Yeah, so yeah, I'm still struggling to adjust to that a little bit, but I think I'm getting better at it. To talk about the pressure, I try not to think about it because it's not good. It's too much noise and you start overthinking a lot. So I really just try to refrain from it and not to think about it too much.
And I guess in the club, you have people who will deal with you when you have
mental breakdowns, emotional breakdowns.
Not emotional break. I don't mean it like that, but I am sure that there are times when every day is not going to be the same for you. There are days that how do you cope with that? Is there people at the club to you can go and talk to, and
for me,
or you just pull yourself to yourself and deal with it and you?
Well, I just take the phone and call home, call Elijah, call Erica, call my cousins or family and talk to them, because they know they know me. They will more likely say something and it will just click and I'll pick myself back up. Sometimes there's also, I don't know how this happened, but this year people just started sending me random messages at the right time, and I saw it, so it was really good as well. And yeah, that's basically
so
it.
When you leave on Saturday, when next you coming back, or that's it right through until
yeah, I don't come back until late next year.
Next year,
probably November or late October. Unless I have national duties.
I was just about to ask you that. We didn't see you at none of the major events this year.
What do you mean? I did all the major events, Pan Am Games.
No, I'm talking about locally.
Locally.
No. Yeah, so yes, they will call you for national events, but I'm talking about, for instance, like the Fire on Wheels and those things. You wouldn't be coming back for those things. No. So the only way we will see you is if it's national duty,
or
and
if it's UCI sanctioned.
Right. But Fire on Wheels was a UCI sanctioned event?
Yeah, but it's track cycling.
Okay.
Focus on the road. I do miss the track and want to come back to track cycling, but it would have to be at the end of the year.
That's what brings me to the next question. Which one do you prefer, the road or the track?
I like both.
No, you must have
I can do the both.
Which one do you put out the little extra?
I really love the boat the same way.
Yeah.
And I really want to mix the boat.
Okay.
I will really start doing that.
How difficult is it really to mix the boat?
It's not difficult. You just need to structure and plan your season properly. The only pressure is you don't get a lot of recovery time, because
from the
racing. In between races, both of them.
Okay.
So
well, we're gonna take our final break. When we come back, we will let's talk a bit about what's in store for you. And I mean, it's not too early to talk to you about life after cycling, because I mean, you must be thinking, after cycling, what's going to happen. So viewers will be right back after this short break. Good evening, Trinidad and Tobago. Welcome to another edition of Scoreboard here on ACT, and it's always a pleasure to be in your company. Welcome back, viewers. Welcome back. This is Scoreboard here on ACT, and we are chatting with Teniel Campbell. Teniel will be leaving on Saturday to head back out to Italy to continue her journey, which I don't know how much of us in Trinidad really appreciate, what Teniel has done. I mean, and it's in a very short space of time, and she has done that. What she has done, a lot of us, I don't think much of us expected, or even if we did expect it, we didn't expect it to happen this quickly. Teniel, looking back now at your whole life now, and where you are, yes, you have set your goals, your eyes upon the Olympics, which is a huge achievement, because a lot of sportsmen and women go through their entire career hoping to qualify for the Olympics and have never made it. And you are basically one foot inside. How does that make you feel? Does it, or is this a normal thing for you? Okay, yeah. What's I qualify, so what?
No, well, it's not that type of feeling, but
yeah.
Of course I care. I know it's a big accomplishment for my country and neighboring Caribbean islands, and also my family and everyone who supported me from day one. But I'm not distracted by this, which is very important, because you don't want to get carried away by all this hype. You need to stay focused, and you just really need to stay focused and just not get distracted by all of this. So yeah, basically I'm still humble, because I'm a humble person. I don't show off, I don't flaunt anything. So I'm really just staying focused and training hard towards next year.
Okay. Now, one of the main goals is that you're going back and you're going to be going to all these different races. Your main focus is staying healthy and making sure that you are safe in all the races that you'll be going to. What's at the back of your mind or what plan have you set ahead of you, life after cycling? I mean, it's you're still young in the sport, right? But I'm sure that you have set things in motion, that step A was to qualify for the Olympics, step B is to win the gold medal, step C is after I retire, what's it like for you?
Well,
are we going to see you as a coach or manager?
I mean, I don't know yet. I don't have this perfectly planned out. I just have ideas.
Yeah.
And ideas grow from time to time and over the years as you develop. So throughout this year, and based on the comments close friends were making towards me, they were saying, well, the majority was saying, go out there and do your best. You're living each one our dreams, and we wish to be there one day and still have that hope. It really made me really want to have some sort of development institution or introduce these sports to schools to really help grow the sport in Trinidad and Tobago. So that's really been on my mind, and I really want to do that, and I really want that it happen. I don't want to say hope or anything. I want that it happen. Education-wise, it is going to be something sport-related. I really love sport.
When you were at UTT, what were
I did a certificate in sports studies at Davis Secondary. I did sciences. I did sciences at CXC, and then I did CAPE, and I still stuck with the sciences. So yeah, I have my CAPE and CXC subjects.
But at UTT,
at UTT it was a certificate in sports studies. I didn't want to rush into my bachelor's because I just didn't know what my future held. At that point, I was more thinking of SATs than cycling, and it just so happened that I got the invitation to go to Switzerland, and that really changed everything for me. So I went from thinking about medical school to...
Medical school?
Yeah.
What you wanted to do?
I wanted to become a sport doctor at that time, so
Okay.
as I said, I really love sports, so I really wanted to stick around and be involved in some way, something sport related. And then cycling came. It's impossible. Well, I wouldn't say, actually I think it's impossible to do a medical degree online because you know the demands of being in a medical field. It takes a lot out of you. Because if mixing Cape and training was really hard, I know going to medical school and trying to cycle will be extremely difficult. And I don't like to do things half-heartedly. I like to give it full 100% and more into anything I do. So, yeah, I just had to put my education on a hold.
Now, when you sit down in your free time, how much free time do you have and what do you do outside of cycling? Like if you have any free time?
Well, when I'm in Europe, I have free time, but I wouldn't even consider it free time because during that time you just want to sleep because you're exhausted from training or from traveling and such. Here at home, my rest days aren't even my rest days because there's always something to do and things just, you will have a plan and then just change and you have to try to reschedule constantly. So when I really have that type of time, I spend it with my family because I know they miss me and I just try to be there for them and to help them enjoy me while I'm still here. As the same goes with my friends. Actually, some of them haven't even seen me since I've come back.
How long have you been here?
9 weeks. But wait, I haven't been in Trinidad exactly for 9 weeks because my dad lived in Miami, so I went over Miami for a bit and then I came back.
So this was really like a pre-season or a holiday, what it was?
Oh, this was definitely not a holiday.
Not a holiday because,
No.
yeah, so...
I probably had like 1 or 2 weeks with a little bit less volume on the bike. But this was no holiday because when I came back, the news were out, so it was lots of interviews and lots of people trying to reach me. And then I had to also start organizing to go to Miami. And it was the same thing over there. It wasn't a holiday.
Yeah, you're a celebrity now.
No.
So when you head back out, that's it, you know. I know that there has to be a ton of people who have been helpful to you during your career and will continue. And I want to give you this opportunity now to, you know, if you want to say thank you to those who have assisted you, you know, in more ways than one, you know.
This list is really long, like extremely long. I would really like to thank my family because without family support, I'm not sure how well I would have been today because my mom made a lot of sacrifices to get my brother and I where we are today as well. Elijah Green, I will forever thank him for persuading me to get back on the bike, and my brother Akil for being that motivation as well to keep being better because I really admired him. Mr. Shortman and his wife, Miss Kyra and Ashton Williams, Kevin Tinto and Larry, the sporting bodies of Trinidad and Tobago, Mr. Desmond Roberts and my club PSL Cycling, Antonia, the high performance unit, Stefan as well because he opened up his gym to me for free to use whenever I'm in the country and when I want. I hope I have everyone because otherwise I'll feel really bad. Also my supporters, everyone who support me locally and internationally. I see you guys on Facebook. I try to communicate with you guys when I can. Thank you so much for that love and support. I'm not sure. I'm feeling so ashamed if I miss someone.
No.
Really.
Let's say to all Trinidad and Tobago. So I know you can't remember everybody, but
No, but that is so bad. That is so bad.
No,
Also in Miami, my dad, Erica, and the crew. Yeah. Everyone that I miss, I'm so sorry.
I'm so sorry.
I feel so bad.
That's understandable. So, Teniel, on behalf of myself and ACT, and we really want to wish you, God's blessing, good health, and we know that with your motivation that you have in yourself, you are going to do well. You'll continue to do well, and we hope that you stay injury-free and you go to the Olympics and represent. I know that sometimes we look at medals, and if we don't win medals, we feel we haven't done what we're supposed to do. But I think that once you have qualified, because as I said, a lot of people try in their entire career to make a national team or to go to a major event like the Olympics, and they don't. So you have done us proud so far, and we really want to wish you all the best. And we know you're going to do well. So again, thank you very much and I must say thank you very much for giving me this opportunity. Remember, we have been trying for this interview for so long.
Yeah,
Right? And it has finally happened. I mean, better late than never. So again, thank you very much, and all the best.
Thank you so much.
Right?
It was a pleasure.
Okay. Well, viewers, we have come to the end of another edition of Scoreboard here on ACTN. We're talking to Teniel Campbell. She continues her journey. She's Olympic bound, and we're hoping that she's going to do her best. And we're going to keep supporting her in all that she does. So again, if you missed any part of this program, there's a repeat tomorrow at 1 p.m. And you can join us next week, Tuesday, at this very set time, same channel, for another edition of Scoreboard. So have a blessed week ahead.